Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about our fine tuners. Remember, your fine tuners are the four little round knobs at the bottom, at the top of your tailpiece right here. These are your fine tuners. We use our fine tuners to make small adjustments in the pitch. When your strings are real floppy and way out of tune, then we have to use our pegs. We're not going to talk about pegs today. That's a whole other video. Just fine tuners. Now, David, basses don't have fine tuners, as you know. You just have your machine screws. So at the end of this video, I will put something out on machine screws. And you don't need pegs either. They just use machine basses, use machine screws all the time. So their life is easy that way, kind of nice and handy, all in one package. But the rest of us have fine tuners, including cellos. So we'll do both. We'll talk about the fine tuners in general, and then do each of the individual instruments. Okay. So, like I said, the fine tuner will make small adjustments in pitch. If you want to raise the pitch of your note, here's our note. Hey, note. Here's A, our good friend A. Okay. If we're going to raise the pitch, make it higher, it sounds like this. That's higher. Let's make it lower now. Let's go higher. Let's go lower. So it's higher and lower. To raise your pitch, to make it higher, you're going to turn your fine tuners to the right. That is clockwise, righty-tighty to make it higher. Okay. When you turn your fine tuner to the right to make your pitch higher, your fine tuner will actually go lower it will get smaller, it'll get shorter. I guess you can see it a little better. It's going to go down closer to the tailpiece, and that's going to raise your pitch. We're working with E string right now. It's way down there. See, that's way down there. That actually is making the pitch higher. So don't be confused. If your fine tuner is going down, you are indeed raising the pitch, making it higher. So to lower your pitch, you're going to turn it counterclockwise, lefty-loosey to lower. Notice that your fine tuner will get higher. It'll get taller. It'll get taller when you make your pitch lower. So that's kind of confusing. Just don't think about that so much. Sometimes students get confused. They say, well, wait, I'm making it lower. But you're making your fine tuner shorter, but your pitch is actually getting higher. So it's opposite that way. So just be thinking righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. Right? You can do that. Like I told you in the previous video, you can play pizzicato and turn your fine tuners. It's a kind of a slow process that way, and our tuning app doesn't pick it up quite as well, but it can be done. You can do it. You can do it, and the tuning app will get it. It's just not quite as accurate. So if you want to do it that way, if you're comfortable like that, fine, no problem. Go ahead and do that. If you're a little bit more experienced player, like some of our 5th graders, they've already started to be tuning. We've been tuning in class, so they already know. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what 5th grade does, and middle school and high school, because this is the way that we really tune our instruments. If you can, bring your hand around. Get your step up here. So shelf, elf on the shelf, and we tap and we look this way. Yes. Bring that left hand, your fingering hand, not your Larry hand, but your left hand up, and touch your fine tuners. And just touch any one of them. I like to focus on A, because A, we always start with A, yes? So touch that fine tuner. Okay? Now let's try and raise the pitch. Go ahead and turn it to the right. Just start turning. Okay? You're going clockwise, turning to the right. You'll notice that your fine tuner is getting closer to the tailpiece. Okay? Let's try and lower our pitch now. Same fine tuner. You're going to turn it. You're going to turn it to the left. You're going to turn it counterclockwise. Find your A. Okay? Turn it to the left. Turn it counterclockwise. Feel your fine tuner getting taller. There you go. And that's all there is to it. Now, if you're a real pro, you can do that. Find your left hand, your fingering hand. finger green hand, find your left hand, touch your fine tuner, okay, touch your A fine tuner. Okay, now, stay there, get your bow. Make your beautiful bow hold, which you all know so well because I just did a bow hold check just before we left school and they were fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous they were. Okay, so get your bow hold, touch your fine tuner, and if you're up this way, you can just go ahead and bow. Tricky, tricky. If you get to the tip of your bow, it's a little bit easier. Get down here, everything gets all bunched up and it's hard to move. So you can just stay up here near the tip and then try and turn that fine tuner. Let's go. Let's raise our pitch. So turn to the right. And your fine tuner is getting shorter. You're raising your pitch. Your fine tuner is getting shorter. You're turning clockwise. Okay. And now let's try and lower that same pitch. Touch and turning. You're turning counterclockwise. Your fine tuner, you're going lefty-loosey, turning lefty-loosey to lower your pitch. And your fine tuner is getting taller. So there we are there. Now if that just blowing your mind is too much, I cannot do all of those things right now, Mrs. Georgek. I can't do all that. You just taught me so many things all at once. I can't do it all. That's fine. Go ahead. You can even stay down here in guitar position for the violins and violas. You can stay down here in guitar position. Let's see if I can. Whoa, there you go. And you can turn your fine tuners just like that. You'll be fine. You can do that if you'd like to. Let me see if I step back if you can see better. Maybe. There we go. So we can raise your pitch. You can lower your pitch. And that's all there is to it. Now if you get your tuning app that we did in the previous video, you can look at your tuning app. Let's just go ahead and do it here in guitar position for the violins and violas, just to get you started. Okay. And unless you're in 5th grade, then you can do it the other way because we've already done that class. I know you can do it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to tune mine up. I'm looking at my tuning app now, and I can see that I am on A flat. So I need to bring my pitch up quite a bit. Still looking for that green bar. Remember, looking for the green bar and the red line to go up and down. Touché! I have an A. So you can use your app. Do the same thing. You can practice along as we're working here together and see if you can get your A string in tune. It's okay to tune just the strings that you need for what you're going to be practicing. That's perfectly fine for now. That's not a problem. You don't have to do all of them. If you know you're not going to be using your C string or your E string, you know, it's okay to just do what you need for today. I think that's all that the violins and violas need to do to know for the cello. Oh, I'm going to need to stop this video a moment and make a separate cello video, I think. I'll be right back.